Good evening. You're watching Mission 2024, but right now it does seem that it is a mission to somewhere down the line ebb the flood waters in various states. I'm standing right now on the Kiratpur highway onwards to Chandigarh, coming in from Himachal. The plains of Punjab flooded, the plains of the national capital flooded, unprecedented floods where Delhi is concerned. A recall to 1978. Let me take you through the headlines. Chandrayaan-3 spaceship successfully takes off from Sriharikota to make landing on the moon in 40 days. India cheers for ISRO heroes.
4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Plus 5 seconds.
Lift-off normal.
Here we have a majestic lift-off of LBM-3 M4 rocket carrying India's prestigious Chandrayaan.
Prime Minister Modi attends Bastille Day celebrations as guest of honour. Indian tri-service contingent marches in the parade. Indian Air Force Rafale grace Parisian skies as part of Bastille Day flypast. Politics speaks over Delhi floods mayhem. Delhi mantris pin blame on LG Saxena. LG gives it back to the Delhi government. Maharashtra portfolio allocations out. Ajit Pawar gets finance portfolio. 2 Shinde camp ministries given to Ajit NCP camp. Another big setback for DMK Neta Senthil Balaji. Madras High Court states ED is entitled to Senthil custody, says money laundering not the standalone offence. Namibian cheetah Suraj dies in Kuno National Park. This makes it the 8th big cat casualty in just 5 months. Let's get you now the defining images of the Delhi deluge. We take you to the first image where the Yamuna reached the danger mark 2 days ago, flooded Delhi in unprecedented circumstances is what we are seeing play on the roads of the national capital. Roads in the Kashmiri Gate area continue to remain waterlogged as water levels of the mighty Yamuna continue to rise. Yamuna Bazar areas remain flooded as the water levels in Yamuna rises above to an all-time high. Houses and vehicles have been seen submerged in the waters. The old Yamuna bridge in Delhi, known as Loha Pul, has been inundated as well as the Yamuna river's water has risen above the danger limit. In midst the rising flood, the national capital roads around ITO have been completely flooded, making it nearly impossible to commute. Water entered Nigambodh Ghats as the swollen Yamuna river continues to flow above the danger mark. The crematorium is near the bank of Yamuna river and is also affected. All right, let's cut across right now to the latest news break that is coming in, and this is tragic, viewers, because till now, even though the politics was gutter cesspool level from every side, be it the BJP or the Aam Aadmi Party, but the latest that is coming right now has put a number to this tragedy. 3 children have drowned in Delhi's Mukundpur. Inundated Rajghat turns into a picnic spot as well. Children swimming in the Delhi flood waters, and the latest that we are getting in now is that 3 minors have drowned in this deluge.
बहुत दुखद बात है वो तीनों बच्चे नहाने के लिए गए थे उसमें नदी में, पता चला। और हमने कई बार बोला है कि नदी से दूर रहिए। कई लोग एक तरह से देखने जा रहे हैं, बाढ़ देखने जा रहे हैं, वो भी मत कीजिए। कई बार अचानक पानी बढ़ जाता है तो सेल्फी ले रहे हैं, वीडियो बना रहे हैं, वो सब मत कीजिए। नहाने के लिए अभी नदी का बहाव इतना तेज है, आप अच्छे से अच्छे अगर स्विमर भी हैं तो भी इस नदी का बहाव आप उसको बर्दाश्त नहीं कर पाएंगे।
I want to cut across right now to my colleague Abhishek Anand, getting us the very latest from Ground Zero, where this tragedy has taken place. Abhishek, for now, you know, what was at least that mere tiny silver lining on the Delhi flood was the fact that there were no fatalities. 3 young children right now dying in the flood waters, where they had, it seems, of their own volition gone to swim. What's the latest that you're getting in?
Well, Preeti, Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal has repeatedly said that stay away from the river, but the incident has not happened in the river. It has happened on the Mukundpur Chowk, inside the city, in Jahangirpuri area. So this is the situation of Delhi right now. The water level is so increasing in certain low-lying areas that people are actually losing their lives. All these children are of 14-15-year age. So they actually, the locals say that they knew how to swim, but they had no idea how deep the water was. And maybe the silt that comes with the river as it flows inside the city, it takes a huge amount of silt with it. And maybe that is also a reason, because some people say that the area had become a picnic spot and many children were actually jumping into that puddle, into that Mukundpur Chowk to swim. So if the government says that advisory has been issued, for the river, not the areas. The traffic is completely shut in these areas. These areas are cut off from rest of Delhi. The only help which is reaching there is through boats of NDRF. So this is really heartbreaking in the national capital if such things are happening. And on the other side, if the politics is still going on, there has to be, something has to be done to stop such kind of incidents in the national capital.
Right. Right. Okay, Abhishek, appreciate you joining us with that quick update. Because like I said, you know, till now, in the cesspool of Delhi politics, the collateral has only been the citizens. But there was no fatality. There was huge loss of infrastructure, property. The streets have been inundated. The lives of citizens completely compromised. But today marks the beginning of the first casualty, where 3 young children have died of drowning in Jahangirpur, Mukundpur area. With that, I want to quickly cut across to the latest news that is coming in from the national capital to take you through that, on how the national capital practically drawn to a standstill of sorts with the big Delhi deluge. The water levels of the Yamuna have now decreased today to 208.4 meters, but continuously remaining above the danger mark. The national capital reeling under floods, with crucial roads still affected. Delhi's main roads have turned into rivers, with water gushing into houses. The national capital witnessed traffic snarls across. Delhi police traffic has shut the road from Pragati Maidan tunnel towards ITO. The Delhi chief minister has asked for help of NDRF and even called in the army to tackle the flood situation.
I'm right now outside the Swaminarayan Mandir, and as you can see, I'm sitting on top of a tractor because cars cannot come on this road. This is the road that comes from Kashmiri Gate, ISBT, from via civil lines towards the Chankira Makhara DRDO and the Chief Minister's residence. And you can see here the Swaminarayan Mandir, which is an old temple in civil lines. There's a boat here which is getting supplies and people in and out. The entire civil lines, this is one of the poshest old areas of Delhi. And the cars you see here, I'm just going to ask Ankit to sort of zoom in and show you. This is at least 3.5 to 4 feet of water. These are SUVs, these are very expensive cars that are currently drowning underwater. If you can see the tops of these cars, we can see several other cars which are even more underwater. Barely the roof of the car is visible around here. And this is the Kashmiri Gate area.
I want to cut across right now immediately to my colleague Maushmi, who joins us from ITO with the very latest. Rajghat is where Maushmi is. Maushmi, what's the latest? Till yesterday you were in waist-deep waters. Today, is the situation better, even though Delhi has claimed its first casualty in terms of fatalities, 3 young kids drowning in Jahangirpuri?
You know, that's very unfortunate and very saddening, Preeti, and that's one reason, you know, Delhi has to be prepared for a situation post-flood. Even as I talk about the situation in the national capital, although the level of Yamuna has decreased a bit, it's still well above the danger mark. In 2013, in 1978, the water levels were way below, you know, 2.7.4 or 2.7, 207.3. That were the water levels, and this is 208.4 that we are talking about. So Delhiites need to know that, and we're at Rajghat, as you said. Behind me you can see that is the situation in Rajghat. On the right, this road has come to a standstill, and on this side is the ITO, and the water starts very early right here, very near to the red light at Rajghat. So this is blocked and this is blocked. The arteries are blocked. And this is still water. Very dangerous, contaminated sewage water. Still, the selfie cameras are on. People are here out curiously looking. People have taken battery rickshaws to sightsee. You have to understand that this is not a swimming pool. I've seen children, you know, jumping into the water. You could get electrocuted. People are putting show reels on social media. Delhiites need to be more alert, more aware and responsible, because there are traffic snarls if you come out. The administration has to jostle and make you understand, and beneath all behind all the hype, you forget about your own safety. That said, you know, Delhi continues to be choked. The rain forecast for the next 3 days is moderate rainfall. Added to it, the water continues to flow inwards to the main arteries of the city, the societies, and with the mainstream, the drainage system completely choked. It's not going to be a good sight. If you give me a minute, I'll try and ask these people why they are here and risking their lives. आप लोग बाहर क्यों आए हैं भैया? यहाँ पे पानी है, खतरा हो सकता है, बच्चे भी डूबे हैं आज.
फर्स्ट हम लोग दिल्ली में पहली बार ऐसा देखे, इसीलिए आए हैं कि देखते पानी कैसा है. बस हम लोग अंदर तक नहीं जाएंगे, इधर से देख के वापस चले जाएंगे. कि फिर दिल्ली में ऐसा पहली बार हुआ है, इससे पहले कभी हुआ नहीं था. तो इसलिए हम लोगों ने अपनी होश में पहली बार देखा, इसीलिए देखने के लिए घर से निकले.
आप क्यों आए हैं?
हम भी देखने आए हैं.
और आपको पता है कि खतरा हो सकता है, दूसरा कि ट्रैफिक की वजह से ट्रैफिक को भी दिक्कत
नहीं, खतरे वाली जगह पे हम लोग जाएंगे ही नहीं, इधर से देख के चले जाएंगे.
That's the point, Preeti. You know, people are curious. They are saying they've never seen something like this before. Children, you know, coming out with family. But importantly, the Delhi government also needs to send a very stern advisory as to the do's and don'ts post this situation, because there will be waterborne diseases and many other factors compounding, electricity supplies cut out, water shortage. The Delhiites need to keep their nerves and not lose their cool. It's unfortunate. We're talking about the national capital, but there are tough times ahead and Delhi needs to brace up.
Well, you're right there, Maushmi, and it's just not Delhi. You know, let me quote a very abused term, the tyranny of distance. Where I'm coming from, Himachal Pradesh right now, terrible. You know, the scenes, the aftermath of the floods is devastating. The state has been completely crippled. We're going to play those reactions out. But where Delhi is concerned, in what the citizens are going through, is surrounded by gutter-level politics. Let's listen in to all the political reactions that are coming in.
प्रधानमंत्री से आपकी बात हुई, जैसे आपने लेकर की जानकारी दी थी, क्या कुछ कहा
उन्होंने ये पूछा कि दिल्ली के क्या हालात हैं और क्या क्या एक्शंस लिए जा रहे हैं इसको करने के लिए, और उनका एक मेन कंसर्न ये था कि दिल्ली की जनता को कोई तकलीफ ना हो, इस बात का आप पूरा ख्याल रखें. तो हम लोग रात से ही सभी के टच में हैं. सोनिया विहार में भी एक ब्रीच हुआ था, उसको भी टैकल कर लिया गया. यहाँ पर हुआ है, इसको भी हैंडल कर लिया जाएगा. ये एक अनप्रेसिडेंटेड सिचुएशन है और जिसको हम लोग हैंडल कर लेंगे और सभी जो हैं इसमें मिलकर काम कर रहे हैं।
सर एक निवेदन है छोटा सा। सर रात को भी मैंने कई ऑफिसर से स्पेसिफिकली रिक्वेस्ट की कि एनडीआरएफ को बुलाइए, बट सर वो माने नहीं रात को। अब आइए एनडीआरएफ, थैंक यू है, बट सर रात को आ जाती तो बेहतर हो जाता सर। अश्विनी जी को मैंने कहा, ग्रुप पे लिखा, सीएस साहब भी थे उस पे सर, थोड़ी सी मदद हो जाती सर।
मैं सौरभ जी ये कहना चाहूँगा कि ये समय नहीं है कि हम किसी के ऊपर ब्लेम करें या कुछ और टिप्पणी करें। इस वक्त हमें टीम वर्क करने की जरूरत है। कहने के लिए मैं भी बहुत सारी चीजें कह सकता हूं, लेकिन उसकी जरूरत नहीं है। हमें इस वक्त ये देखना है कि हमारे लोगों को कोई तकलीफ नहीं हो और जो प्रॉब्लम हमारे सामने है हम उसको सॉल्व करें। ये सारी चीजें बात को हो सकती हैं, हमें इतना समझना चाहिए। एनडीआरएफ की टीम का जहां तक सवाल है, सुबह मेरे 7 बजे आर्मी से बात हुई, होम मिनिस्टर साहब से बात हुई है और उन्होंने अपनी टीम को पहले भेजा है, उन्होंने असेसमेंट किया है। असेसमेंट करने के बाद क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है उसके काम शुरू हो गए हैं। तो हमको जो है थोड़ा सा समझदारी से काम करने की जरूरत है, सबको एक साथ मिलकर काम करने की जरूरत है। हम ब्लेम गेम में जाएंगे तो परेशान हो जाएंगे।
All right, viewers, that is Delhi. Let me cut across right now to the state of Himachal Pradesh. I'm coming in from there. It's taken me about 18 hours to climb down, but that aside, what that state is going to go through in years to come is abjectly, it's just tragic to say the least. What we've seen infrastructure loss of over at least 5,000 crores. Key water projects, key hydropower stations all wiped out. Arterial roads all wiped out with kilometers at end. The loss of life over 50 right now. Many still missing. The loss to personal property, unaccountable. You can't even put it in figures. The state has been set back for at least 10 years. The last time it saw this kind of devastation was in 1993 and then 1995. And most will tell you on ground that this time is even worse than that. JP Nadda, the BJP party president, who also hails from Mandi, Anurag Thakur, the INB minister, sports minister, who hails from Hamirpur, both of them were in Himachal today trying to take stock of the situation in their constituencies.
गृह मंत्री जी ने 13 एनडीआरएफ की टीम्स को यहां पर लगाया है। एनडीआरएफ की टीम और एसडीआरएफ की टीम डिजास्टर के लिए जो लगे हैं, डिजास्टर को बचाने के लिए राहत कार्य में दोनों ही मिलकर के लगे हैं और राहत कार्य तीव्र गति से चल रहा है। गृह मंत्री जी ने प्रधानमंत्री जी के बताए अनुसार फौरी तौर पर ये डिजास्टर रिलीफ फंड, इसको रिस्पांस फंड, ये तुरंत रिलीज किया 180 करोड़ का। और आज भी शाम तक मैं बताऊंगा कि किस तरीके से फौरी तौर पर केंद्र सरकार प्रदेश सरकार की मदद के लिए और भी फंड दे रही है।
We're at the arterial road right now, which connects Manali through to the Solang Nala, Atal Tunnel and Leh Ladakh region. This is the road which is arterial, especially where our troops are concerned when they need to be moved to the Leh Ladakh region. Atal Tunnel is about 85 kilometers from here, and where we are standing right now, fresh landslide. This road is just caved in this morning. So this is the aftermath of the flash floods there. Destruction continues to wreak havoc on the roads in not just the Kullu Manali region, but also in the Lahaul Spiti region as well. This road, of course, extremely important where our border security and our troops, mobilization of our troops are concerned. There is an attempt on a war footing to try their best to reconstruct the road, or at least temporarily build these roads or bridges right now. What we have been given to understand, where the, just up ahead is where the army camps are there. It's a cant area kind of, and that is where even the army is stepping in, especially to build those bridges. With roads completely washed out, tankers, be it the heavy vehicles, are not being allowed in where Manali or even the Kullu region is concerned. We are in Manali right now, and there's an acute shortage of fuel where petrol, diesel is concerned. Right here, this is the only fuel station which right now has had a fresh supply of fuel, a huge queue already, rationed there. Nobody is getting more than 5 to 10 liters at a time, and understandably there is a sense of panic where the locals are concerned. Most of them coming in with bottles there, just trying to get some fuel at least to get by, because there's also no electricity in various parts of the region, and to even run generators, the fuel is essential. Where kerosene is concerned as well, there's a shortage of that as well. But right now, in terms of rescue relief, very, very little coming in where relief is concerned. Rescue is complete. Where relief is concerned, right now, Manali and districts of, the Kullu district, very, very far from that. In a city or in a region which is tourist heavy, a state as dependent and heavy on tourism like Himachal, the first priority becomes the rescue relief of tourists. Locals are always second priority, and that is what is playing out right now. Reporting with camera person Pawan Kumar, Preeti Choudhry for India Today.